muted the whole time. Welcome to live television. God.
What job did you do? Fine.
So now we have to do it again. Hump day! Yeah! How many people remember that reference?
I do, but I'm not going to entertain y'all.
Yeah, well, leave it to the...
Whee!
Oh,
Little piggy.
God almighty. That is the same company that is Geico. And that, ironically, that's who's sponsoring this episode, so go figure. You know, get your car insurance, 15% off, 15 minutes, 15% more on car insurance.
It probably won't work.
There's a gecko, there's a woodchuck.
It probably won't work if you have a
Oh,
teenager.
The people living in our wall.
Yep.
Oh, wait, that's Liberty
No,
Mutual.
that's, yeah,
Oh, shoot. Either way, we're here to talk about Clash in Paris. Appreciate all of y'all joining. If you're in the live stream, make sure that you follow us on all of our social medias. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We've got our thing together to get it on TikTok. We're going to get back into that here, hopefully, on our next one. We're also on, of course, X and Instagram. So thank you so much for joining us. But we're going to get to the card in a minute. But first of all, a little bit of secretarial news, if you will. This is a very special episode for us.
Oh shoot, it is.
Hang on. I'm on the left, so I can do the one. Alyssa and Kia. This is our 100th episode. 100 of On the Ring Aprons Top Rope Spoilers.
Raise the roof.
Not too shabby for something that's been something we kind of put together in a not for something we did just to pass the time during the pandemic, but it worked out. But we're going to go and have a good time for it. But either way, we know you're here to talk about the matches. That's, of course, coming up in Paris, 2 o'clock Eastern. I think that's 9 o'clock Hawaiian if you're, out there enjoying a pineapple or a coconut for breakfast. But either way, it will be much earlier than usual. If you're interested in joining it.
Enjoying crepes.
That's correct. Well, no, I'm saying if you're living in Hawaii, though.
Oh,
that's on the other side of the planet.
Right.
If you're enjoying a crepe, it's at 8 o'clock. But either way, the vote is down below. You can see youtube.com/@ontheringapron/post. That's where you can put in our votes. The voting's been live for about 24 hours now, and you can get a chance to be part of the OTRA vote. We did get some things that switched up a little bit, as thanks to a really good NXT Heat Wave, your boy is back in the lead.
We're never going to hit the end of it, y'all.
Till the end of this one, and then, it'll go right back to where it was.
It's okay. But
I've been able to get back the lead. Otra's a point behind me. Alyssa's a point behind them. And Kia's trying to duck the street sweepers. Hey, I had to deal with it all last year, so.
You know what you're trying to duck? Keep messing with me and my score.
It's fist.
Exactly.
We do not condone violence here.
We do not.
We are minding our business. They're joking. Okay?
Eventually, our guest over on the side will bust out laughing at some point. But either way,
that's not the point.
Let's go ahead and get into our match card so we can celebrate our 100th episode properly with great quality content and hopefully what's going to be our biggest live stream. So if you're in our live stream, also share the stream so that way you can be able to present us to others, and hopefully we'll get a nice following. If you got comments, we may put them up here. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move my mouse because I can't do this left-handed today. But we are going to go ahead and get into our first match that is on the card, and that is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. This match became official on Monday Night Raw this last week, as the man, Becky Lynch, will get an opportunity to defend her Women's Intercontinental title against WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella. Now, Miss Bella has certainly had her storylines changed quite a bit over the last couple of months. She was originally supposed to go up against Liv Morgan at Evolution, at SummerSlam, excuse me. And that didn't pan itself out. That forced her to go into the Evolution Battle Royal. That, of course, went to Stephanie Vaquer, who ironically didn't even get her title match here on this card. So kind of a wasted slot there. Sorry, Stephanie, but, we're looking forward to the title match inevitably when it does happen. And then, of course, now she has entered into a story with Becky Lynch, who has had to fight off both Lyra Valkyria and Bayley in order to continue her march as being what she believes to be the greatest, not just Intercontinental Champion, but the greatest women's champion in all of WWE. So now having an opportunity to be able to truly put themselves in the spotlight here, let me scoot over a little bit here, we now have a chance to see in a one-on-one setting exactly what kind of fight that Nikki Bella still has left in her. She left for a number of years. But, if anybody can carry a good match, it's going to be Becky Lynch. So how do we feel about this one going into it? They're not the best color commentary team in the world for nothing.
I need to watch my
Big bucks.
I know my mouth is slick when it comes to one of the two ways, so I need to watch what I say.
Which one? I wonder.
We all know it's Nicole Garcia, Nikki Bella. I said the government name. I said
hell,
Good grief.
You got to get through Becky before you get to me. So, with all respect, let me go ahead and put it for you like this. I like her as the wrestler. The person I really don't know like that, so I can't say nothing. Now we're gonna flip back to what we're supposed to be talking about. When it comes to the match, Becky, when you put her in a position to want to keep how she claimed it her title, she will do whatever she has to by hook by crook, and she'll look fashionable doing it.
Like me.
Not Brie. Excuse me. Nikki technically would do it by hook or crook too, but I think Nikki has come in and she has come back. And I think honestly, she's got something to prove. But that's just my opinion. That's just one opinion. Y'all might feel totally different and say something totally different to her Bella Army. Don't come for me, because please, I don't want that smoke. Alyssa?
So the one thing I will say is Nikki Bella came through wrestling while I was not watching, so I'm not as familiar with her wrestling side. But I have seen her fan base, and boy, there are something. Like, all I can see is when we were at Evolution and we were doing all the meet and greets and everything, and just how many people were, like, in there with all of their Nikki Bella stuff on. So I got to say, her fans are dedicated, and I'm here for it.
We got to get Nikki Bella guy on our show.
We've
got to get him on here.
No, for real. That man was...
Somebody knows how to get a hold of him, please. Pass the information.
No, seriously. But, like, when it comes to her fighting... I've only seen the little bits and pieces, so I don't think it's fair for me to speak on that. Now to flip gears over to Becky, you took the words right out of my mouth. That girl, hook, crook, goddamn, coming in the middle of the night, being there first thing in the morning. She gonna defend whatever she needed to defend. She gonna do whatever she needed to do to make sure she retains her title. With that being said, her mouth is slick. She tried it on Monday.
The Ozzy comment.
Boy, that was just love. And I get it, she's supposed to be a heel, but good grief. I said,
crumbles left.
That was literally me. And they were like, what? I was like, is she talking about Ozzy? And then you see his daughter, it was like, my business though. All I know is she's prepared to hit below the belt when it comes to telling you what you need to know about yourself, and when it comes to fight, is she don't care. And hey.
And here's my thing. Her and Seth, this is probably why they're a match made in heaven. Because
they this mess.
They're menacing.
Menace.
They're menacing and they
don't care. Okay, they said, "Oh, this is the belt." Yeah, we don't care.
We below it,
wherever it is.
We below
for real. But
you have to figure, because Seth ain't here right now. She got to be the one to not only keep herself like where she's at, but then she got to also.
I'm gonna say whatever I need to say.
Right. And if you don't like it, guess what? I do not care. I'm big time Beck, so I'm going to say it anyway.
She's the man.
The man, big time Beck.
She got balls. Don't forget, people. She got balls.
She made it clear on Raw. She has balls.
She has balls.
So let's move into our first of what is going to be 5 picks on this card. Only a 5-match card, but they'll still somehow turn it into 4 hours. Once again, I posted the link down below so you can be able to put in your selections and be a part of the OTRA universe, as they've got a little bit of catch-up work to do. But I'm currently, as I said, in the lead just slightly, but it does give me the privilege of being able to go first. I am going to take Becky Lynch in this match. Nikki Bella's storyline has been one that, as I said earlier in the kind of the opening, she was supposed to get a match with Liv Morgan. She was supposed to get pushed into the title picture due to injuries and due to circumstances. Her storylines have had to be kind of moved off in different directions. But honestly, I think Becky's rolling too much right now. I think she is slowly finding her way back to being one of those top heels in the women's division. And I think it's just too early to bring it to a stop here. Nikki will look good. And I need to see the ring rust, if there's any, before I'm going to be ready to crown her with a singles championship. But for now, I like Becky.
I have to agree. I mean, as disrespectful and as low as Becky has been, she's on one of those runs where it's just like, well, I mean, regardless of what you do, no matter what she says, no matter what she does, you know she's going to find a way. Whether you agree with it or not, you know she's going to find a way. A heel always does. So I like Becky to retain as well.
I'm going to say this before I give my pick. You heard that here. Y'all heard that first place here. I find myself enjoying Nikki's entrance and doing her moves and everything. And I really do love the entrance. I just don't know. But outside of that, I'm picking Becky to do what she needs to do because, of course, that's just what she does. And Nikki's gonna look good, despite she's a Bella. She's gonna do her thing. So let's not discredit that. But Becky gonna do what she has to, the way she has to, and I guarantee you there will be some interference. She gonna get rid of that interference and she gonna continue to whoop that ass. So yeah, she gonna continue. She will do what she got to do. She don't care. Becky.
Makes sense to me. So Becky across the board. As you can see down below, we put up the little like and subscribe bar. We want you definitely to like and subscribe. I think if we're streamers, I think you're required by law to say that now. So so we'll go ahead and do it. But hey, we're trying to get our name out there. We are going to start doing watch-alongs. So anybody that's interested in joining us potentially for Clash in Paris and also Raw, NXT, SmackDown, we're going to try to see where we can jump in on some time in there to try to get into that little hype train of what everyone else is doing. But let's move on to match 2. This one is definitely for our European crowd, if you will. And that is going to be a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. We see about one of these every year, and this one is going to be no different, as the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus, will go one-on-one with the Bulgarian Brute, Rusev. This is going to be their 4th matchup against one another, and these are two folks that go from a long way of being former partners as part of several stables now to just being guys who just want to beat the snot out of each other.
Well,
and
it makes sense for Sheamus. He's Irish. He's going to want to fight whoever, whenever, however, with no drink, a drink. He's going to do what he got to do.
True that. But you're going to end up getting the whole ideas of a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Essentially, there's going to be whiskey, Irish whiskey involved. There's going to be beer kegs. There's going to be barroom type of setting around the ring. But for all intents and purposes, it just is a simple, funny way of saying it's no disqualification. And Adam Pearce made it very clear. He wants this one to be the last one. He wants these two to finally get to the end of whatever it is that they're trying to do and finally stop beating up each other so that way one or both can move on to something else, because he's tired of having to separate these two week after week after week. So now that we're finally ready to see these two, see what's going to probably be the end of their rivalry, now we need to analyze and elect in a match that is going to heavily favor Sheamus under the circumstances of what type of match it is. But we've also live seen Sheamus lose a Donnybrook match to Drew McIntyre. So we know he is capable of being beaten in this type of match. So ladies, give your analysis. What do you think?
I'm going to have to side with Adam here, child. I'm tired of seeing it. Okay. I like Sheamus. I don't really know Rusev like that again. Didn't watch him. He was originally here. Sorry. Don't hurt me. But like Sheamus, I know. Well, I feel like everything they put him in, he just has multiple times to go with that person.
Yeah.
But look at his wars. But Sheamus is very talented. I like Sheamus. I'm tired of seeing you fight the same person. I'm sorry. Don't beat me up in the comments. I'm so sick. But I'm tired of it. You are correct in the fact that we have seen him lose a Donnybrook match.
You got it right.
Donnybrook match. Oh, you're fine with my life. You know why? Sorry, my little sister's sitting over here watching.
Live.
Sorry.
See, this is why you have to watch us live. These are the things you're not going to get when I do the editing and you have to watch it later. You want to see the funny stuff, you got to watch us live.
Jeez. Yeah. I think it's going to be a great match. I'm sure there will be plenty of treachery and tomfoolery. And yeah, we're going to go with that.
This is definitely one for our European audience for sure. Kia?
When it comes to Rusev, you should have stayed over there at the other promotion.
Golly,
not the other promotion.
Never mind. She need to go on.
Speaking of going low,
Jesus.
You want me to be honest, or you want me to sit here and be fake? Because I'm going to be as real as I come. I was a fan when you first got here, like before you left to go to the other promotion, which is AEW. Don't get me wrong, I like AEW. I love AEW. I feel like you could have stayed over there and could have been more useful over here, because over here you're getting your ass beat. And if you don't want that, then go back over there. Because I can't. With all respect, just because Sheamus lost one Donnybrook match, I guarantee you he's going to remember that loss. He's going to remember that loss against Drew. He's going to look at Rusev as Drew, and he's going to whip that ass. And I hope he does. Scary or not, he's going to whoop you. He ain't scared of you. He's going to, I want to say, what does Triple H say?
let's talk about it.
Oh, let's talk about
No,
it.
you had it right.
Whoop
the first
that trick.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly what he's going to do.
Exactly.
Exactly. A shillelagh, a whatever. He is Irish. He is fiery. He is going to.
I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will. He will figure. Either way, he's going to get you.
Now, I do have a question.
I got an answer.
Out of the 4 times that they've gone together, what is the record there?
2-1 Rusev. Well,
2-1.
technically it's 1-1 and then a double count out was the third one.
So that really don't count.
So technically it's a rubber match for all intents and purposes.
So again,
Got to manage to see which way you want it to go. And with that little tidbit of information, Alyssa, you're up first in this one. Now, again, for all intents and purposes, it's no disqualification. Anything goes. So,
shit.
pick your poison here.
I'm gonna have to, like, y'all know how I get whenever it's picking against somebody I don't know.
Mhm.
I go with what I know. I know Sheamus, so I'm gonna choose Sheamus, and that's gonna be the honor.
Excellent.
Period.
Kip?
I think y'all already know my pick from the way I came out of the gate. It's definitely the fired up, redheaded, light-skinned Sheamus. Because
Very white skin.
he pale. He a ghost, technically, in my book. That's not the point. It will be Sheamus. Sheamus for the win.
All right. I guess I'll be the one that's going to sit on the other side. I think this is going to go to Rusev. It's not because of, the favorability towards the match. It definitely goes against his advantage. But I think you brought him back to WWE for a purpose. And I think that a heel Rusev is a dangerous Rusev. And Sheamus, with all due respect, his Hall of Fame level career is not going to be affected by losing this match to Rusev. But Rusev right now, kind of piggybacking on what Kia was pointing out, although I don't think hers was necessarily as positive as what I'm trying to spin here. Honestly, he needs something. He needs something that's going to push him up to that next tier. If you want him going for, trying to get matches for the world title, if you want him getting matches for the Intercontinental Championship, you need him to be able to win matches like this. And so I feel like this is a great example of being able to do so. We're going to see a bloodbath also as well, because these two we know can take a beating and keep on going. And now all of a sudden you're going to throw, alcohol and other things in here. This should be a blast.
Oh,
Oh, good
good grief.
grief
Can we
indeed.
move on to the next match before I say something stupid again? Because I feel it coming.
Oh, good Lord. That mouth has been slick. And so as you wish, your wish is my command, if you will. And I think you'll like the next one as we move into our third match. And that is what we consider to be what most people would call a dream match, if you will. As no one, I think, expected when John Cena made his return earlier this year in what is now towards the tail end of his retirement tour, only like 8 or 9 dates left at this point. But he is going to go one-on-one with the Maverick, Logan Paul. Now, this will be John Cena's first competitive match one-on-one since losing the undisputed WWE title at SummerSlam to Cody Rhodes. I'd like to know Cody has appeared on exactly 1 show since then. He got kicked through a table, and no one has seen him since. Meanwhile, the unseen 17 has been quite seen on his way to Paris. I've had that one in the chamber for hours, so give me credit where it's due. But one thing that Logan Paul has somehow come out of the woodworks and said is, you are the part-timer that's now coming in and trying to run through the parade of, what is the WWE locker room? It's sacred, and Cena, you're not welcome here anymore. You need to go ahead and retire, and John Cena is prepared to try to put Logan Paul in his place in what will be his first match back now that he has gone back face. We definitely need to make sure that we value Cena's appearances while we have the opportunity, because, as I mentioned just a moment ago, we're down to 7 or 8 dates left on his thing and only a couple of matches. So this has to be something where the people of Paris are going to be getting it. I didn't realize this. He's actually never competed in Paris. 25 years in the business, John Cena has actually never wrestled a match in France. So, in Paris. He has wrestled in Lyon before. So this is going to be, a special, trip for, the French crowd, but also at the same time, another name that John Cena is using his platform to push as he prepares to exit here, with now single digits left on his appearance meter, if you will. I will say, for the record, I'm glad he's gone back face, at least to get yourself a couple of storylines. And of course, now the news has come out that his retirement match is going to be the second Saturday in December. That's going to be where it's all going to come to an end. It's Saturday night's main event.
I can tell you, me and Landon will be there. I will figure it out.
They will figure that out. We just need to know where it is first.
Right. I will figure it out. I will save the money. I'm not telling you how I'll save the money outside of working, but it'll get done because we got to go.
But this is also one of those matches very similar to what we saw at Mania a few years ago with Austin Theory, where this could be the match that pushes Logan Paul to that next level. We've already seen him wrestle at WrestleMania against Seth Rollins. We've already seen him go toe-to-toe in Saudi Arabia with Roman Reigns. And this was God mode Roman Reigns at the time.
Right.
And he stayed toe-to-toe with him for a solid 20, 25 minutes. So we know what Logan Paul is capable of. And Cena has even gone on record to say that he is the most gifted athlete in that locker room, himself included. And that is high praise coming from anyone, but especially from John Cena. So is this the one where Paul is going to go into this with that little chip on his shoulder? He usually has one anyway, but a little bit more, because a pinfall victory and what would ultimately be a above 500 record or an undefeated record against John Cena over your career is definitely something to hang your hat on.
When it comes to John Cena, again, if you're a long-time huge fan of this wonderful individual, because we got to meet him in person, very, very one-on-one with his fans, talks to everybody, loves the fact that he does what he does. And he stated himself that he hates the fact that he's going through what he's going through. If you look at his background, he literally was honest. He said, the moment I cannot give my all to this business, I will quietly bow out, but I want to make sure I put a nice little bow on it, and I want to do it the correct way. So for him to already have his list in mind, and I'm going to keep it 100, I don't think Logan Paul was on his list of people that he was trying to wrestle. But the fact is, Logan has proved time in and time out, he will do what he has to. And just because you may not like him as a person, or you might, and you may not like him as a wrestler, or you might, Logan Paul, when he gets into that ring, gives everything to whoever his opponent is. So we can't sit here and just because we don't like him, we can't sit here and say he doesn't give his all and does his best. And I've literally watched this young man literally have his camera in his hand, fly through the air. This was the Roman match. I will not forget that. That is a memorable thing. If I don't remember anything else about this man, it's going to be that.
Oh, yeah.
We do have a comment that came in from Nassim. This is on Sunday. So this is all going to be 8 o'clock if you're in France, 2 o'clock East Coast United States. We're doing the preview show for it, but this is all going to be on Sunday.
Yeah. So say what you want. Logan Paul, he grinds everybody's gears. Let's go ahead and hit that. If he doesn't
He's damn good at it, too.
If he doesn't grind your gear, you need to stop watching. But he grinds gears, and he's doing it, and he's making it effortless to do so, to get under your skin. It doesn't matter who he fights, or it doesn't matter if it's a wrestler, a celebrity, it doesn't matter. He's going to do what he has to make it entertaining, to grind your gears. And if he wasn't grinding your gears and it was quiet, then he's not doing his job. So, but when it comes to Cena, I hate it for him, but I also love it for him. But it's time for him, like he said, to bow out gracefully, and I want this to be a good match. I want the last couple of matches to be a good match. Actually, not saying that he hasn't had good matches, but you know what I'm saying, Alyssa.
I was going to say, I think the one thing that I will keep harping on, regardless of if you like Logan or you don't, you can tell he literally studies the craft.
Right.
Like, regardless if you like him or not, if you watch Impulsive, he goes on there and picks people's brains. Y'all know I've watched the Roman one front to back, side to side every time. I get bored. Yes, but also you could tell in that moment, like when he was picking his brain, he's like, this is something he's good at. This is something I want to break into. And I can see, like being a person who's watched it, I can see him trying to channel and getting more comfortable in being hated and being booed. And learning that lesson from Roman and people in the locker room and everything. So you have to respect that he hones his craft, whether you like him or not. He does his homework, he does his research. And I mean, that's all you can really ask for, especially when you come in new like that. I know that's one thing we always say, the three of us, when it's anybody from like Hollywood or outside
the community.
If you sit there and you put in the time, you put in the work, you do the research, we'll respect you every step of the way. So,
amen.
Hey, that's will be that.
And we've given many times on this show, we have given Logan his flowers, all the way back. I can remember that botch of Rey Mysterio and Logan scooting up in a hurry to make sure he did not land awkwardly. That's something that you see 10, 15-year vets not doing because they don't recognize it at the time. And he, inside his first year, was already being able to land stuff like this. So, you don't have to, like so many others, you don't have to like his character, but you have to tip your hat to the work ethic that he puts in. He shows up in every match, is going to be a banger. And now you're going to put him up against a John Cena who has something to prove now, because now it's no longer about, I'm trying to leave with the championship. Okay, I'm trying to leave with something. Also, the first real defeat of Super Cena that we've seen since going back to, the God mode Roman loss. So Cena's got something to prove in this match, and I really do think it means something. But we'll move into the official selections here, and Kia, you are up first on this one.
Surprise, surprise, Sade. I am picking Logan Paul.
Whoa, boy, that came out of left field.
I mean,
the Cena fanatic over there.
Well, I'm one of the two in the house, but again, like we stated, Logan Paul, as a person, as a wrestler, as an entrepreneur, as just whatever, he hones his craft, he studies, he does his research. I can get behind it, and clearly, Cena is trying to put him over even more after he leaves because he's going to be around a while. I feel like Logan Paul's going to be around, so Logan Paul.
Yeah. I got to go John Cena. I think this will be a good match that is going to give Logan Paul the rub. And I think it's going to do well for Logan. But I do think that, with Cena being able to point his final courses here as he gets into the last couple of appearances, he's going to use it to push over or, to put over, if you will. Sorry, poor choice of words. Put over the people that he feels are the ones that are going to be the future of this business. Right. So to give Logan Paul not just a match of this caliber, but a one-on-one against the GOAT is going to do wonders for him. I think Logan will look fantastic while he does it. But I think you need to get Cena back in the win column so that way you can be able to build him towards that retirement match. Logan's not going to lose any steam as a heel because of this. And also, with all due respect, the upset win over Orton and Jelly Roll, at SummerSlam, I don't think a lot of folks saw that one coming. So Logan picking up a dub there that maybe a lot of people thought he shouldn't have. So I think it's more lined up for Cena to get this one.
Okay. As much as I hate to say it, you guys, I think I'm going to side with Logan. I'm not going to lie to you because John is in the back teaching him to.
Oh, yeah.
Right, he's back there looking at him. Has probably done his research on him as a person, everything like that. And he's like, this kid could really break in here. Also, Logan Paul has taken more L's than a doggone what's something to take L's? I don't know. More than any sports team out here. He's got the one win with Drew McIntyre, but that's about it. I think when it's time, what? Shut up.
That's Jake Paul.
That is not right.
Like that's his brother. Shut up. This is why you're off the camera.
Would have been terrible. But no, I like this to be where we start seeing the turn of Logan, because he has done everything you have asked him to do. He has taken every L like a champ, and it hasn't changed anything. I think this is where you finally see, because they did it. Ironically, you brought it up when you mentioned Theory. This is where you start to see that little turn. I'm not saying he's going to go face and he's going to be everybody's favorite, but I do think you start to see a change in his win-loss category. So I like Logan Paul.
But also looking at the fact, like you said, he's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, of course.
You're not supposed to be.
He might be everybody's cup of prime, but he's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. All I'm going to say.
Hashtag shameless promotion.
All I'm going to say is I think every loss that this man takes, he literally does this research and said, what did I do wrong? What could I have done better? And perfect his craft. And that's something you want to see out of a wrestler.
And this is also a match, though, where, a lot of times we see Logan go to social media. He goes to, he goes on his social media accounts and he tries to, win the war by getting the audience behind him, by getting the people behind him. He knows going into this, he's not gonna best Cena at this. Like no one best Cena at this.
I want to see.
So at this stage, no one on the active roster. Let's say that. So honestly, I think that's going to have him come in being more laser focused into a match like this than it needs to be. The question is, will it be enough? So I mean, I'm not against the trendy pick of Logan winning this match, and I would not be surprised if he does. Hello, I've been joined by another special guest. And now he's gone just as quickly.
Oh, okay, he said, y'all got to
scare the shit out of me. Let's move on. We've got 2 matches left. We move from Kia's fave of all time to Alyssa's fave of all time. So let's go ahead and get that here on our stream. But that will be discussing that of the OTC. As finally, I guess what we're going to call Shoe Valley 1 or the case of the lost shoes or whatever you want to go with here. Well, I know that, but I'm creating like a Sherlock Holmes type of story thing here. What were the kids in the boxcar kids? Or let me out here. I'm trying to go old school here. It was a book series for kids.
I have no idea.
There's a lot of book series for kids. We can't.
Wasted. But either way, apparently I can't remember it either, so I'm not going to do anything. But either way, this one honestly is a way to get Roman on the books, but also at the same time an opportunity for him to be able to put himself in a great position as you see Roman Reigns go one-on-one with the tribal thief in that of Big Bronson Reed. The entire basis behind this storyline essentially is that Roman Reigns says, look, things have changed. Things are different since it was when I was the tribal chief. I don't have my bloodline. I don't have my championship. There was a while in there he didn't have Azula Fala. So he had lost everything, and he's slowly starting to rebuild everything that it was. And Bronson Reed has come out and has consistently attacked Roman as part of the other group that the Vision is going up against. We're going to talk more about them in our main event. But the one thing that Bronson has done to add insult to injury is he has taken some of his Roman Reigns ones or whatever they call them, his shoes. And he has been wearing them around his neck as the Shula Fala. Patent pending, but I was going to say the name of it is immaculate. The name writers have done wonders with this one. But you end up, looking at this, and I mean, this one is going to be a battle of juggernauts because we all know what Roman can bring to the table, but this is also the match where Bronson gets Bronson gets a chance to really put himself on that big map, and let's see if he can be able to hang with the tribal chief, the OTC, the head of the table, and all the other accolades that it comes with as Roman begins his quest to getting back to the top of WWE. And the first step is Big Bronson Reed, who, I mean, got into the vision because he earned Seth Rollins' respect by flattening the crap out of him. So, you know, if he'll do it to people he likes, what's he going to do to people Yeah, but he's a big fan of him now. But I know what you're going to pick, but let's get some thoughts on this. And the shirt doesn't give it away. I don't know what will.
First of all, let me speak on it. If Roman gonna do one thing, this man is going to talk shit with the best of them.
Okay, come on now.
He is going.
Dumbass.
No, for real. He gonna put his 2 cents out there, and he gonna say what he has to say, and he don't care whose feelings he hurts. You don't like it, you can leave. You're not part of my family. You're not part of my family. The whole. Let's even say for what is his name, Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Baby, you are still a little puppy on the porch. Stay there. Actually, you can go back to the house. Go in the house. Close the door and lock it. Lock it down.
Just hit a second one. Dead center. Cheap seats. See it?
Also, the only big dog in this in this industry is Roman. We're gonna say it for what it is. You know, he's lost everything. He's getting it back. He's working on it. One thing, if you're gonna take anything from Roman, you could take his family. You could take his Ulafala. Why the hell are you taking his damn shoes?
Not the shoes.
The
shoes is wild.
Not the shoes.
If you look at this man in the outfits, the shoes is what is the cherry on top for him.
So you're just gonna come out in a pair of flip flops next time, just to make sure that he ain't gonna take them.
I mean, if you take them, then I don't know what to say for you. But if Roman gonna do anything, we've already seen that from someone else.
Not hooves, though.
Not hooves, because he's got some nice feet. That's not the point. Point of this is Roman's gonna talk shit with the best of them, but also Roman can back it up too. Roman ain't like, oh, I'm gonna speak it and then it's not gonna happen.
Right.
Roman
glass jaws around here.
Right. Roman's gonna game plan. Roman's going to tear you down and build you. If he can do it to his own family, he gonna definitely do it to you. Jay, Jimmy, he did it to them. Let's go ahead and put it out there. When it comes to Bronson, I don't see Bronson, and I'm saying this with all the love and respect in the world. If you have to have a mouthpiece speak for you, that's tell you everything you need to know from jump. Having Paul speak for you means you should put Paul in the match to fight. Not
the irony of all of this being that you're sitting here talking about the fact that he needs a mouthpiece, but didn't Roman have one for several years? The same guy?
Yeah, but also Roman kind of started figuring out, I don't want this mouthpiece. I'm going to say what I have to say. And that's when Roman started saying what he needed to say.
And do you know why that was? Because he must be some kind of a dumbass.
No, for real. I'm just saying, Bronson, get it together. You could take the shoes, but you can't. You could take the shoes, but you can't speak or talk, whatever. I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm going to pass it to Alyssa because we know she's going to have a mouthful to say for this one.
All I'm going to say is this. I'm liking the accountability. I'm liking the accountability factor that's coming with it. He's giving the people who told him you're going to lose everything their props. He said, Cody told it to me a while ago. He's taking his lumps. He's making it right with his family. He's doing things the right way. And we love it for him. It's okay, y'all. I'm waiting for y'all to sit there and tell us that Paul has been playing in their pocket the whole time. And he's going back over there and we're going to get this championship back. It's okay. I'm ready for that plot twist. It won't be a twist to me. I promise. I've been dreaming of this for years. But we can do it. I promise. Just pull the trigger. Us true Roman fans will do it. I promise. Every single time.
Amen.
Thank you. But in all seriousness, back to the regular schedule program.
She took that to church.
Okay. But no, you're starting to see him change. Hey, all I'm thinking about is, hey, things change. But not me. I'm just waiting on the but not me. I'm waiting on it patiently. But anyway, back to the story that's being written right now. But no, I mean, when it comes to the disrespect of the Shula Fala, you're gonna play in my face with my shoes that I bought for my feet.
Right.
What is wrong with you? You must want to get whooped. Like, and then Paul, you think this is a game? I will throw you through the table by myself. Do not play with me. You know what I can do. My whole thing is, you know me. You know what I'm gonna do. And It's crazy work. Oh, don't even get me started on this whole storyline. I will rant on and on all day. We don't have time for that. If y'all want to pour the tea, we can talk. We can talk on it. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, that's our show that we do.
We're gonna do it this week because I feel like
we could.
We could. Okay. Well,
we gotta find the time.
We gotta figure it out.
Well, we'll figure it out. Knowing us, this is
we'll
Roman.
get to it. But yeah. But yeah, we'll get to it. Let's get to these picks so we can keep it pushing.
Oh, and I'm up. Good for me. Oh, okay. Was it a cat? I gotcha. But either way, we do move to our picks here. You got to take Roman. You know, you need to take Roman in this because of the fact that you're seeing that movement up towards him building his way back to main event status. I think it's probably one of the worst kept secrets in WWE right now, that right now their plan for the night 2 main event is Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. You know, whether that's for the World Heavyweight title, for the WWE title, however it's sitting. I believe everybody, the stars have aligned that so far that Rollins has found a way to screw over Roman Reigns 3 separate times in the main event of WrestleMania, despite never having gone one-on-one against him at WrestleMania.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that whole family, just sit on down.
And I do want to piggyback on something you said, Alyssa. How about the shout out to Jay?
Right.
Telling the WWE universe, like, look, anybody who sat here and said that Jay should have stood to the side and given me the title shot, you're wrong. You know,
he got the win at SummerSlam.
Like he got the win. He got the pin. He deserves to be in the match. I will. My time is coming. He said it. My time's coming. But anybody who's sitting there in the comments saying Jay didn't deserve that, y'all cut that right there.
Let me give you.
Maybe
I love it.
Let me give you the dunce cap. I'll put you in the corner like a Catholic nun. I really will.
Woo!
Don't play with me. I love some Jay. I don't care.
We'll be discussing him in a minute, but I think the idea of him. I want the moment from Raw on Netflix earlier this year with him holding the Shula Fala, above his head like he's possessed, and all of a sudden Roman puts it back on, and I need that moment again. But I think it's been a great way to build up Roman's new merchandise, but also at the same time, it's slowly building him back into the OTC version 2, but OTC 1 that is now. So I like Roman here.
Y'all already see who I'm picking. It's plastered on my shirt. The day that I do not pick Roman Reigns is the day y'all need to get my head checked. Okay? Y'all need to get me checked on. I'm probably being held captive by somebody or something. You never know. But the day I don't pick him, y'all need to be asking questions.
You've seen those things on social media where it says if you're kidnapped, but you're allowed to put one post on social media.
Roman Reigns sucks. Huh?
If that appears on her timeline, somebody call 911 because I promise you she's kidnapped.
911.
No, Maria, you're gonna get kidnapped.
I'm 911.
Well, look at our TikTok. Here you go for it.
When this man comes out in this man bun, slick back, rolled back, tucked up, and these shoes, shit's gonna get messy. He about to get messy. He about to whoop that ass. I'm saying what I said because it's truth. Okay. And when the hair gets messed up, you're getting down to the last little bit of this ass whooping. So go ahead and take that L and go home. Also give this man his shoes back because he paid good money for those shoes.
I'm just waiting on you to be like, well, I'm taking Bronson.
Fuck no.
That's our one.
Big Bronson just
It's a joke. It's a joke.
I'm taking the OTC. The OTC.
No.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Triple H, if you're seeing this, I love what y'all doing. I love everything about it. I'm just very enthusiastic. So no, not Bronson. Please, it's Roman.
Roman across the board. Love it.
Across the board. Come on.
It's not to say that Bronson's not going to be made to look fantastic during this match. But you can't tell me a tsunami that comes off there and he jumps into a spear or something is not going to look fantastic as it happens. But we'll see how Roman manages to make it look good especially in front of the crowd that clearly has already the European crowd has already so lovingly given Roman that the soccer chant and everything else. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, main event time.
Main event time.
And speaking of the Vision, that's actually where we're heading to for our main event. As we do anticipate that this will be the final match on the card, and that is a fatal 4-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship. As the leader of the Vision, the Revolutionary. Oh, I thought someone was going to take over.
Oh no, I don't like him right now.
I see.
Nice.
In December, he's
Yeah.
confectionery. Seth freaking Rollins, our current World Heavyweight Champion, will defend against the 3 challengers and the 3 true thorns in his side that have been sitting there for nearly a year, in that of LA Knight, CM Punk, and main event Jey Uso. Punk, of course, won the World Heavyweight Championship from Gunther to main event night 1 of SummerSlam, only to have Seth Rollins reveal that his injury was all a hoax. He had even his everyone except his wife fooled, and he comes out and CM Punk's title reign lasts a grand total of 5 minutes and 9 seconds. Drew McIntyre wasting no time saying, well, mine lasted 7 seconds more than yours did. So, good for me. And then, of course, you look at Jey Uso, won the title at WrestleMania, lost it back to Gunther, so a former champion himself. And then LA Knight being the one cog in all of this, who feels like he should have been champion multiple times over if it wasn't for the Bloodline and now the Vision getting in his business. And we've seen the infighting between LA Knight and CM Punk, with Jey trying to act as kind of the medium, but inevitably at the behest of Roman, Jey finally decided he's had enough of being stuck in the middle of all this, and he gave them both a super kick to end Monday Night Raw. Fatal 4-way rules, first pin or submission takes the victory, regardless of whether Seth is involved in the decision or not. Also, no DQ and no countouts means Breaker and Heyman will be on the outside and will no doubt play a role in all this. And with Bronson and Roman already seemingly spoken for earlier in the evening, we don't know what their statuses are going to be heading into this. So this may be the one true time that these 3 are going to have their best chance to try to get at Seth Rollins. Ladies, take it. Well, that's it, folks. That's the stream. No, really. Don't leave.
We're joking.
We're joking. Little jokey joke.
Little jokey joke. I mean, okay. I can start here. LA Knight has been hilarious. CM Punk has been hilarious. Jey has been hilarious.
Hilarious.
Seth,
not so much.
they're nice. Look, y'all, when I beef hard, okay? Look.
I can tell you for a fact she does.
When I beef hard, okay?
It's a whole other story.
Yeah, that'll be on the board tea.
And we'll do that.
But yeah, so I like this little. I like how they tried to stick together to make it the Clash in Paris. It was a bright idea in theory. I mean, if it would have worked out, it would have been great, But
yeah,
I mean, honestly, when you have the Vision sitting there walking around, they can try and take you out at any time. It makes sense. Punk made a good suggestion. Try and stick together. Try and get there together. Once we get there, it'll be everyone for themselves. Fine. I like how him, CM Punk, and LA Knight were having their little back and forth. Like, you just need to stay out of my way. And then when I win the title, you will get the first shot, Punk. And Punk is like, excuse me? Like, oh, that's funny. Okay, he has jokes. So he can tell jokes. Cool. And I like how Jey kind of, from my perspective, it looked like he kind of was minding his business, wanted to be a team player. But you cannot ignore the excellent advice that the tribal chief gave him on Monday. Just saying, look, I get it. You're trying to be a man's man. You're trying to be there. You're trying to help people out. Look out for you. Bring it to your house. Do your big one, okay? Because you didn't just earn this by helping people. You earned it because you're doing what you're supposed to do. So handle what you need to handle. And I like that he was able to motivate him. He finally stopped trying to be like, oh, I need to help people. And you saw it when he was in the ring. He was sitting there trying to kind of mind his business, let them do their own thing. And then people started getting pushed into him, getting kicked into him. And he's like, you know what?
And he let it go for one
He let it go. He let it go. And he's like, you know what?
Nah, not this time.
Not this time. Wow.
And I'm out too.
No, right. Like, so, I mean, coming into this match, you have to wonder, like, is everybody going to have a fair shot? Are CM Punk and LA Knight going to start fighting with each other? Is Jay going to sit there and just capitalize on chaos? You don't know. So I look forward to seeing it.
If Roman, outside of giving the advice that Roman is giving, if Roman has taught him anything outside of mind your Samoan business, do that. But also another thing that was probably taught is take advantage of the chaos, because the chaos is what's going to help you. You know, watch where everybody is, watch what everybody's doing. And I feel like, with all respect, if we think back, as many times as Jay has gone to help everybody else, when he really needed that help, no one was there. So I'm kind of glad Roman put that out there for him.
No, for real.
CM Punk, I'm not going to lie, I'm glad he's back. I'm a huge fan of CM Punk through and through. But I'm going to say, with all the niceties in the world,
but
he's on the back nine like John Cena, and it's about time for him to bow out gracefully too and go home to his wife.
He brought the dynamite tonight.
When it comes to LA Knight,
Bugs Bunny ain't carrying this much dynamite. Jesus.
When it comes to LA Knight, I love me some LA Knight. We all know I love some LA Knight. But the same thing I said about Punk is going to be said about him too. If you ask my opinion, this should not be a fatal four-way match. This should be one-on-one, Seth versus Jay. You know, both families are fighting. That's what it should be. But it's not. And we going exactly. They gonna get in there, and Jay's gonna have done what he's supposed to. Watch the chaos happen. Get involved where he needs to. Back out like he needs to. And then I feel like the rest of them, because you know Seth's about to come for Punk head, and you know Seth's about to come, Punk's about to come for them knees, you know, them busted down knees. And Seth's got busted down knees. Let's not lie to everybody. So yeah, I don't know who my pick is going to be though. That's a thing. It's just like,
got to figure that part out. And luckily, you have a moment to sit there and kind of rack your brain on it, because it is time for our pick. But Alyssa is up first to select our final pick. Again, fatal four-way rules, no disqualification. So I fully expect that Breaker is gonna get involved. And how will others, potentially, fight amongst each other and be more focused on that than they are about trying to get the job done. So we'll see how things manage. But Alyssa, who is walking out with the world heavyweight title? Who leaves Paris with it?
This right here is a head and heart pick.
But she has one and she hadn't used it yet.
I love Jay. I do. I love the whole bloodline, family. If they're in a match, I'm going to pick them. Oh, but here's the thing. Seth has the numbers advantage. He's also the heel. Whenever it comes to any type of no disqualification, this has, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. This has Jay having whoever is supposed to take the pin lined up. Seth rolls in, throws him out. Seth gets the pin. So I like Seth to retain here. I hate it. And if Jay wins that jump back, I'm going to be jumping through the roof of this house. But I know that's why I said I could get through it. For my momentum and size, I would get through it. I promise. Don't laugh. Bump all of y'all. But anyway, I'm set to retain. And again, if Jay makes it, then hey, I'm excited for him. But I think it's gonna be Seth.
Yeah.
You're right, Alyssa. It's a head and heart pick.
I know.
And I know nobody's gonna slip over or smooth over what I said about LA Knight and CM Punk. So again, head and heart. My heart is with Jay through and through, but my head is with Seth. If Seth is going to do anything, he's going to cause some chaos, create the chaos.
No, that's the world's best instigator, right?
Right. He's going to be a menace. When I say a menace, I mean a menace to society. He's going to literally go. Y'all thought what he did to Roman when he hit Roman in the back with the chair? That was a long time ago. That is not
Still got effects to this day.
right. It ripples. It really does. Seth is who I'm picking through and through. I know I love Jay, but if, like you said, Steven, he's got the numbers advantage. And honestly, with all respect, I don't think Seth needs numbers. Honestly, I think Seth can if you put Seth by himself to do all of it, he'll get it done. So, Seth.
I'm going to use a line that has been used on me more times than I can count, because I am usually the world's worst at doing it, and today it happened to me. Both of y'all literally just stole every word I was going to say to the letter. It's going to be Seth Rollins. This has all the makings of a match where Jay, Punk, maybe not. Honestly, I can see any of the three having it done. Breaker's gonna get one of them. I'm gonna see this where Rollins could maybe be on the brink of losing the title up to 2 or 3 times in this match. And then somewhere along the line, the numbers advantage is going to finally play where it needs to play. And Seth will be the one that is going to be able to scurry out with it. I do like Seth Rollins retaining here as well.
It's a family thing, man.
It's a family thing, exactly.
You want to know something? I want to know, what is this man going to come out in? Because every time we look up, he's coming out in something different, something new, something sharp, something. I just want, what are you coming out in this go around at Paris? I want to see it.
Well, let's find out. But either way, we'll find out on Sunday. Again, an early start for us wrestling fans on a Sunday. College football begins on Saturday, so luckily the last PLE before the NFL season starts here in America, if you're watching from the U.S. And also, this is the last PLE main roster anyway to be on Peacock, because the next one we have will be the very first one that's going to move over to ESPN. So definitely some exciting times, some expensive times for those of us who don't exactly have that kind of currency on a regular basis. But we're looking forward to seeing WWE enter what it seems like they do every year, and that is enter a new era. But we're looking forward to the opportunity to be able to continue to be a part of this. Obviously, we will not be in Paris. We do not carry that kind of money. But we will be doing so. And if anybody is interested that joined us here or is watching this later on, how do y'all feel about a watch-along? We thought we'd start it for Raw, but how would y'all feel about maybe a watch-along for Clash in Paris? If you like it, throw a comment in the bottom, whether this no matter which social media you're watching this on, throw a comment in there. Tell us, hey, yeah, we join with you. And we'll see what we can think on the matter. So at this stage, parting words as we get ready to roll out here, stayed right at about the hour mark, so good for us. But ladies, final thoughts before we get ready for Sunday.
Well, I'm about to go into my usual diatribe. I'm so excited. I
You
just
can
hope
feel it.
everyone has a good time. And go Roman.
Go Roman. Love it. Kia?
I can't wait for Sunday. I hope it's not too early where I can't sleep, because y'all know I like my sleep.
She does like her sleep.
I hope I have my coffee. And I hope if we do the watch along, if no one's against it, I would honestly like all the girls to bring the same energy they did when SummerSlam happened.
See, we need that extra energy.
We
might introduce you to a couple of new faces in our house.
Yeah. So, I mean, yes. Yeah. I bet the twins would say yes in a heartbeat. Yes.
Can you imagine a pair of hyper 8-year-olds?
They would be crunk with it. Either way, I'm excited for the watch along. I can't wait. I want to see what everybody picks. I hopefully can get my score up and be the winner this year. I'm not, I'm hoping for a lot, but still.
Long way to go. We still got some time.
If you can beat the street sweeper, so can I.
Barely. I mean, those things shined the back of my shoes as I got to the finish line, but
on his ankles.
Either way, thank you so much for joining us. Like, promote, all the things we're supposed to say. But also at the same time, go check out Mania Club. We're getting ready to start Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. That's in September. You're going to start seeing the Connor's Cure pins coming back out. And you're also going to see a couple of special episodes, including our catch-up episode of Plate Exchange. I've been keeping it. It's been on hiatus keeping it on hiatus for a couple of months, but we finally have all the belts in our stock. And at this stage, we are ready to do it. And DeMario, Bert, everybody in the Mania Club, powers that be, thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to do that through the Mania Club Facebook live stream. Definitely looking forward to that. And we're going to try to raise some good money for our many causes, but primarily, especially that month, Childhood Cancer Awareness, which is where it all began for us. With that, though, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, everyone that jumped in, the comment that we got. hey, that's one. We'll try to go for 2 next time.
There you go.
And
Everybody goes first on that.
y'all take it easy. And if everybody wants to, we will see you on Sunday.
Okay, bye.